hear me waving around your food container and you thought, wow, she's gonna feed me. Hi. 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 Sniffly boy. Yeah, we didn't have much of a storm come in, guys. It's just been raining all night and day, and it's pretty tame for the most part where I am. So, that's our life. I have run out of things to occupy myself with. I could just watch TV forever, but you know how like after you watch TV for 8 hours, you're like, fuck, I've done nothing else with my life, and then you start feeling like shit. So that's where I am, and I still have leftovers to eat, but I also have to develop some recipes next week, and because I have next Friday off, it's gonna be a short week for me, and ironically, I think I'm just gonna start working on some things today, so that's probably what I'll start doing on this live today, is start working on some of my work that I'm supposed to do next week. But other than that, we're just gonna chill out with Fred here and say hi to y'all, whoever wants to stare into his little eyes. Hi, Fred. Hi. He got treats today. You see those egg crates behind him? I filled them with treats. He hid underneath my desk while we were cleaning today. He's had a grand day, I think. He snuggled with us this morning in the rain, and then he just licked himself for half an hour while I was watching Reservation Dogs. I binged season 1 of I May Destroy You yesterday, and that was a really intense show. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but if you can handle really intense subject matter, I think it was a very nuanced show, and it doesn't seek to give you all the answers. It kind of just gives you a very raw portrayal of what it means to live through trauma and to live in trauma. Nice legs, Aaron.
Thank you. I've been doing squats.
Yes, they're very sexy. They will look gorgeous in some Lululemons in yoga class. Teresa says she has those same sandals.
Probably lots of people do. They were like $2 at some local discount.
Oh my god, Naoko, that sounds like an amazing doggo. A Jindo Corgi Retriever mix? Holy schmoly. That sounds like 3 types of adorable all together in the same package.
That's Fred.
Fred? Do you like how his back contracts every time I pet him here? Guys, I hope you don't go back and rewatch these streams if you miss them. They're truly like the most boring content on the whole of the internet. So I would feel bad if you just wasted a couple of hours every day rewatching them. I think the fun is like being here with us in real time and watching Fred in real time. But yesterday's Twitch stream was kind of interesting. We did something new because we watched Mark Wiens and Strictly Dumplings videos and we commented on it while we were snacking. So it's really nice. Ooh, he's purring. He's purring. Hi. How are you guys doing? I've been feeling really shit about myself, and I think I'm starting to get a little bit of a depressive mode. slide this week. I've just been feeling really bogged down, and I think I realized on Friday that I was getting depressed. So I'm just trying to be okay with that, and I'm gonna try to allow myself the space and the time to just be there, and we won't rush anything. Okay, Fred, you've had enough of me, buddy? You want me to leave? Okay. We'll feed him soon. His lunchtime is in 24 minutes. It's harder to hear chatting over the video on Twitch. Yeah, Aaron's gonna work that out, hopefully, but we're still figuring it out. Twitch is a relatively new platform for us, and there's a lot of mechanics with him trying to use his more professional camera, and he has a mic set up, which I honestly don't know if it's a good idea. He's trying to use that fancy mic, but I don't know if fancy things, if you don't know how to use them, is gonna help. But that's Aaron. He likes to use fancy things. Hey, Aaron? Aaron, why don't you want the mop hanging out to dry?
That's a good point.
You had it retracted. Can I hang it out now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so this live is not sponsored content, but for next week's job, I will be creating some sponsored content recipes for work. So we have to use Truvia, which is like a sugar replacement thing, to develop 2 new recipes. So they have like a substitute brown. They have some stevia leaf sweetener packets. They have granulated sugars. They have confectioner sugar. Oh wow, okay, they sent a lot of these. And they have these, I guess what comes in the packet but in a jar. So I will be working with those to develop some recipes. We got a box for Fred. Fred, do you want a box? Here, I'll cut a box for you, bud. I don't know what you guys do when you're feeling really shit. But I'm feeling pretty shit. That's all. A lot of it is not only just like physically feeling like shit, but also my phone keeps giving me these photo memories, and they keep showing me photos of myself through the years, and I'm just like, I don't really want to see them sometimes. I'm just like, I miss the me that I used to be, and I don't want to be reminded of that. I do wish I could just get rid of my fucking phone, you know? Sometimes I just don't want it. I'm so addicted to the phone too, it's pretty bad. So, Aaron and I cleaned this morning, and then I made myself some toasted barley tea, so I'll be drinking some of that iced. I hope you guys are staying hydrated. Whoops. Oh my god, I keep dropping them. Freddie, do you like your new box? You look very handsome in it. Question. How interested on a scale of 1 to 10 would you guys be if I started making some very short form, like 5 to 6 minute edited videos of how Aaron and I cook at home? Just like very simple, basic stuff, nothing mind blowing. It's not gonna be budget eats, but it's just gonna be like fun little clips. Because I'm thinking about making them and shooting them when I have time at home, especially when we can't have the opportunity to go out to a restaurant and eat. And I'm finding that sorting through footage and piecing them together into a short video is actually very therapeutic and meditative for me, and it makes me really like zoned in to the activity, which takes my mind off of anxiety spirals. So and maybe from time to time we'll show you how Fred grooms himself. Like maybe we'll make a 2-hour video of how Fred likes to groom himself. Aaron can make funny voices whenever he wants. Yeah, I definitely don't want it to feel like work. Freddie, do you want to smell my hair? Do you like my hair? What if I use my hair to brush you? Just thinking of ways to annoy my cat, naturally. So one of the ideas that I pitched for this branded content is a rosemary cranberry thumbprint cookie. And I just want to take it easy today because it's obviously a day off, so I think I'm just going to start making the cranberry jam, which I think should be easy enough. Yes, we should taste these products and see how bitter the aftertaste is, but for the most part, I think I'm just going to put some cranberries in a freaking pot and cook it down with some sugar. And that'll be that. I'm gonna transfer this barley to 2 jars first. I'm very surprised sometimes about how, like, people's expectation for me and for this channel are set. I guess I gave people the impression that this channel is going to be like another venue for budget eats type content, but that's not at all what you're gonna get here. So just in case anybody's new to this channel, like, this is not that. I don't want you to be disappointed, and I don't want you to feel like I'm not living up to my end of the bargain, because there was no bargain. There was just a very bored, depressed human being in quarantine who decided to put on lives one day and started doing it almost every day for almost like 4 months. How does one go about making barley tea? So I bought this toasted barley from Korean stores like H Mart, and I don't know if I'm making it right, but I just boil it with water until it smells toasty, and it really depends on how light and how rich you want that flavor to be. Obviously, the longer you go on the boil, the more bitter and concentrated the flavor will be. The less time you go, it'll be lighter in flavor, but I also drink it iced, so the ice cubes will dilute it, so it's totally up to you. It's a very Korean thing. It's often served at Korean restaurants as like the tea that they just put on the table for you, so. I'm sorry, Fred, I have to open this buggy. Managed to find some frozen cranberry, so that's what we're making our cranberry jam out of. Obviously, I do have to be mindful of how concentrated the stevia aftertaste will be. We might end up with a very tart jam, but that's why we test things. Oh, that smells like pickles. No, thank you. And then after you boil it, the grains of barley will just burst open, kind of like, you know, cooked barley or popcorn. It flours. And I don't know if you can eat it, but I don't think it's going to kill you. It's quite toasty in flavor, so it's kind of like leaning on burnt. You can see how dark the bran is on these. And yes, these aren't hulled barley. They have the bran on them. I'm guessing you can find hulled barley tea too, but I just ended up buying the ones with the bran still on it. So I don't normally eat them because it is quite bitter for me. Yes, I also have some corn tea in here too. It is a little bit too toasty for me, to be honest with you. Maybe I should have bought another variety, but the only variety I found at my H Mart was like very toasted. And the taste is very, very, very like dark roast. So I think I either have to dilute it with ice more or not sure. Oh my gosh, yes, I love genmaicha too. Absolutely delicious. I'm guessing you can, Noreen. I'm pretty sure the internet will have tutorials on how to do that if you don't want to just wing it. Okay. Alright, let's taste this stevia, shall we? Gross. I am a fashion inspiration to you. One sleeve rolled up, one sleeve down, middle school shorts where I cut open the elastic band so that my waist can still fit 20 years later. Yep. I'm so happy to be that for you. Ooh, tea trading. That sounds so fun. Also, mushroom pepperkosh sounds amazing too. I see people are talking about cramps. Has anyone like had really irregular periods recently? Because mine is 10 days late. I'm definitely not pregnant unless this is the second immaculate conception. In which case it will be a very big deal and I will still probably abort it. It's Fred's baby. Oh boy. Oh boy. There's many things wrong with that. Aaron, did you come in to clean the pan? Oh wow, I totally missed it. Okay. Trying not to get overwhelmed here. Truvia, I don't think I'm going to open this because I don't really want to use these packets. Maybe I can give them away because somebody who, you know, can't have sugar might need them. So I'm going to put this away. I should put that just back in the bag, I think. But I will be using brown sugar and granulated sugar quite a lot. I'm not sure if I will be using the confectioner sugar. We'll see. I am very curious to see how it blends together though. Okay, Truvia Sweet Complete, brown with a hint of molasses, calorie free, stevia leaf. Oh, and they have a chocolate chip cookies recipe on the back. Interesting. If you can't have stevia, can you have erythritol? Because I actually like erythritol's taste better as far as sugar substitutes go. I don't find that it has as bad of an aftertaste as stevia because stevia, you're right, does have a bitter aftertaste, but I find that erythritol, like a brand Swerve makes it, it's more of like a mintiness to it as an aftertaste. So there are other options out there. It smells like plasticky brown sugar. Very heavy molasses smell, but I wonder what they put in here. Oh, wow. This is erythritol. So the first ingredient is erythritol, and then molasses, and then stevia leaf extract. So I wonder why they don't bill it as a erythritol sweetener, but rather with stevia as the billing. I don't know why. Is something bad with erythritol? That seems interesting. But here's what it looks like. The grains on this, I don't know if you can see, my camera resolution is kind of shitty, but it's much bigger than regular brown sugar. This is normal brown sugar. I think it's a lot finer than this Truvia, which looks more like almost organic granulated sugar. But wet, and yes, the airplanes have been going since like 3 a.m. this morning. It's been a disaster for my sleep, which I think is another reason why I'm feeling like shit. Okay. Okay, very interesting. That does not taste like brown sugar at all. It instantaneously melts on my tongue, like almost as if it were ice sped up melting. The flavor is very flat. There is no real depth to it, like brown sugar often provides. Okay. Granulated. Calorie-free sweetener from the stevia leaf with erythritol. Okay, so they actually say erythritol on the packaging here. And the first ingredient is erythritol, and then it's chicory root fiber, and then it's stevia leaf extract. And there's a lot of freaking dietary fiber. There's 2 grams per 2 teaspoons. And so 7% of your dietary fiber in 2 teaspoons. I'm gonna have to be very careful using this, because anytime I've used anything with chicory root fiber in it, it gives me the worst poops. It gives me extreme bloating, and just like, I wouldn't even say diarrhea, it's just like explosive bloating. So I actually hate that ingredient. I don't know why they put it into stuff, but it gives me the worst intestinal cramps. So this also does not look like granulated sugar. I mean, you guys all know what granulated sugar looks like. This looks like pellets. Like, if they took styrofoam and ground it up into, like, it's not even pellets like cane sugar is. It's very irregular sized grains. Some are smaller, some are chunkier. I'm very confused by this. I don't understand. It's so weird, guys. It immediately has like a lip gloss cotton candy taste to it. And then it has that kind of like minty sensation on my tongue. Very strange. I can't tell which one I prefer out of the brown and the granulated. unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go back and taste the brown again. The granulated sugar just tastes very immediately unsugary. The brown sugar doesn't immediately conjure up anything specific, so I feel like it tastes less distracting, but that's hard. Okay, well, I think I should eat something because I don't want to have to taste these sugars without having eaten something normal. So let me do that. And by normal, I just mean like really gross looking leftovers from Budget Eats. But I gotta eat them, guys. It's food. There's celery and olives and peanut butter and I'm pretty sure ketchup in here. I'm gonna look up a quick recipe for cranberry jam and we're gonna see how we can fiddle with the sugar amounts because I'm not allowed to use any other sweetener since this is going to be a branded recipe. We're going to have to think about how that plays with cranberry, both those flavors. Yo, these are huge. Why are these cranberries so big? Holy shit. They're like half the size of my thumb. Fred, it's your lunchtime, buddy. Lunchtime. It's lunchtime with Fred. Yeah. So I crushed up some of Fred's treats to make them easier to bite, but obviously that created a lot of dust, and I've been using this as seasoning powder on his more bland, dry, rehydrated food, and I think he seems to like it. He eats it with much gusto. You know what time it is, it's time to get high. High on some Floban puffs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's still raining out here, so I don't think the storm has left yet. It's very gray and drizzly and wet. But it's very soothing and calming. It's not like scary. So. Adrian, no need to apologize. We're just glad you're here. It's not like this is class or anything, y'all. It's literally me talking about cats, depression, and shows and artificial sweeteners. And sometimes periods. peanut butter, ketchup, there's celery, there's some cucumbers, black olives. Basically, whatever I had to use up in budget eats, I used up. It's been a weird week. Not a lot of weird ingredients in this upcoming budget eats, but definitely a lot of weird combos. Allison, that is climate change, no? We're just like playing tradesies until our entire system collapses. Alright, Fred. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Good boy. Can you sit? Good boy. Can you lie down? Can you lie down? Good boy. Good boy. All right. 1, 2, 3. Good boy. 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. Good boy. Yes, you did it. Excellent work, Fred. I just wait until he's ready. You know, I wait until he sits down and then I ask him, can you lie down? And then when he lies down, I put my pressure a little bit on him to secure him and I give him the flow vent. And if he wants to pull away, I let him pull away, because if I don't let him pull away, he'll start panicking. And we don't want that, because that just creates antagonist feelings. And animosity and panic and stress, and we don't want that. We just want to get him comfortable with the inhaler. And how's that, bud? Do you like your seasoning? Yum. Seasoning. Sprinkles is his treats. Hi, Fred. I'm just gonna sit here while you eat. Yeah, we crushed up some of his treats so that it would be easier for him to swallow without having to chew, because he only has 3 teeth and they're very hard treats. And naturally, during the act of crushing, some of them got really powdered, so I just started sprinkling it onto his food. Yes, my favorite sriracha is Shark brand. It's got a nice little sweetness to it. hit me. Let me just show you what it looks like. It can be hard to find, but if you have an Asian store, sometimes they will carry it. This one is medium, but if you really like spicy, you should go for the hot. The hot is very hot. It's product of Thailand. 40% chili, 25% water, 20% sugar, 10% garlic, 3.9% salt, 1% vinegar, and they have some sodium benzoate and thickener in here. And it's like a nice ketchup-y color. Nothing new in my life, Dawn. I've been feeling pretty shitty about myself this week. I'm just gonna eat my lunch while Fred eats his lunch. And then we'll get to the cranberry relish. Cuomo has officially resigned. I don't quite know why I feel shitty about myself, but I think I wasn't very satisfied with what I made for Budget Eats, and I was also exhausted from shooting it for a whole week, and maybe something internally, hormonally is going on with me because my period is late. I've been having a lot of body image issues recently, and it's just, I think anxiety about our upcoming trip and leaving Fred here is just kind of all colliding together into a soup of sorts. But you know, there's nothing to do but to sit with it, so I'm trying to sit with it. But sitting is hard, so then I find ways of distracting myself with it, like binging a TV show for 8 hours a day and eating nonstop, which contributes to the body image issues, and it's a negative feedback loop. And then I start doing things like working on the weekends. So a lot of negative, unhealthy behaviors that I'm exhibiting here, but this is what I can do. Hi, Malaysia. I don't think she got chosen because she's a woman. I think she's the interim governor. She was the next one. It's kind of like how the vice president takes over when the president is out of office for whatever reason. Lieutenant governor, that's her title? Thank you. Yeah. So her title is lieutenant governor. Are we having an emergency election, or are we just waiting out his term?
No, I don't care.
Nobody cares.
Are we having
The LA vlog, I think it took about 3 days for me to edit, on and off. Aaron and I didn't continue teaching as a career path because he absolutely hated teaching. I didn't continue it because I thought I was a terrible teacher and I failed my students. And And also the systems under which you operate as a teacher are just so untenable. It's kind of like how I burnt out of social work too. The systems are just shit everywhere. There's so much bureaucracy everywhere. There's so much limitations to what you can do and what you can achieve. And it's when you feel like you don't have agency within that system to actually make change for a positive outcome that you become disillusioned and burnt out, and you're just like, fuck it, I don't want to be in here anymore. But I'm just not made for it, you know? I'm just not strong enough to be one. Ooh, Holly, salted broth from slow cooking salt beef. That sounds so good. What if you made some beans with it? What if you cooked like some stewy stuff that is normally bland flavored, like beans or potatoes? I don't know. That sounds like it's just delicious and ripe with flavor. Hello, Puerto Rico. Yes, I do think I fail at everything. It is a lot of pressure. Hello, Singapore. Hi, California. We are going to LA for our first trip in September, and then we will be going to Egypt the month after.
Let's rush meet everybody first. Everybody rushed outside fast.
It's not so much that I'm personally a bad teacher. I think the hand that is dealt to teachers in most public school systems is shit. And there's really only so much you can do with it. And when you're someone who wants to do so much more than what you've been allowed to do, it really starts to grind down on you and wears away at you and eats at you. Well, you know what, Dawn? I feel like floating through life might be a much better lifestyle than the one that I subject myself to. Slowly trying to change it, you know, because it's obviously already starting to kill me faster than life already is, so. Caring too much is not good for anyone. It's kind of like being in a relationship with the world. If the world doesn't care as much as you do and you keep insisting on caring so much more, it's gonna be a very nasty divorce. It's just incompatible, and it's not really productive. Cairo is pure chaos? Okay, great. Yes, I do eat from fast food chains sometimes, not because like I yearn for it, but it's more because of like a novelty thing. Like a few years ago, I had Taco Bell for the first time with Aaron because I just never had Taco Bell, so I wanted to know what Taco Bell was all about, and I didn't hate it. KFC, I do enjoy their fries more than anything. The seasoning they put on there is delicious. We had an Impossible Burger from Burger King a while ago that we really liked. Cause the burgers at Burger King taste so shit and like char grilled in that flavor. You can't really tell the difference when you order an Impossible. So it works. Oops. So glad I did not just stab myself with that knife drop. KFC biscuits are so dry. Why are they so dry? Probably because it has no butter in it. My mom loves them too. Alrighty. I cannot delay this any longer. Alright, let's check out some cranberry relishy kind of. We don't really want a cranberry relish. How about a cranberry sauce? Probably more cranberry sauce. 1 cup water, 1 cup sugar, 12 ounces fresh cranberries. How many ounces is this? 16. Okay. 2 teaspoons orange zest. Okay. Aaron, I'm going to use one of your orange zests. Is that okay?
Yes.
Fantastic. So let's go with a quarter of each first. Cranberries, and I kind of want to use the brown sugar for this, so let's see. I'm just truly not crazy about the granulated sugar taste. That's about 2 ounces for a quarter cup. That checks out. Okay. do have a cranberry here. What I think I'm gonna do is break it in half, and I'm gonna dip it in some granulated and some brown just to see what the taste difference is immediately. It's like a science experiment. It's also like such a big cranberry, y'all. So juicy. So big. Wow. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Let's also add in a little bit of salt. So we have the granulated and the brown sugar. I'm gonna dip in the granulated first. Oh, that's actually not too bad. Then I'm gonna dip in the brown. That also tastes good. I think the granulated makes cranberries taste more like cranberries. So I'm gonna start another pot with same measurements, but granulated instead of brown. That's what the granulated looks like.
What are we cooking today, June?
I'm just starting to recipe develop,
Nice.
test out some things. This cranberry sauce, it takes forever to boil down. Ooh, Dawn, you found a cat. Is it yours? Forever and ever? Oh no. Are the chickens from Nando's in really bad conditions? Because Aaron loves Nando's. Hi, Anna. Oh, I missed Eliza's exit. Bye, Eliza. Apparently the chickens that they serve at Nando's are not happy chickens.
I didn't expect them to be. It's a global fast food restaurant.
How global is it?
The UK, Africa, and the US at least. I think there's other locations.
Can you save me this one so I can use the peel? And I'll give you this one.
Yeah, why do you
I just
share
want,
which one?
I just need the zest. And this one has better zest. The other one has a lot of blotches on it.
Thanks.
I washed it already.
This smells and looks great.
It's fake
Cranberries?
sugar.
Oh, true, yeah. What is this recipe gonna be?
Cranberry, rosemary, thumbprint cookies.
Sounds delicious.
You mean delish?
Yeah, sounds definitely.
5 minutes in, they are starting to break down. We're gonna stir them a little bit, help them break down. The thing about cranberries is that they have a lot of natural pectin in them, which is why cranberry jelly sets up so well. So once you cook it, it releases all the pectin. Oh yeah. Wow, look at how thick it's already getting. It's already getting jammy. It's only been 8 minutes. The back burner cooks so slow. This one is not even up to a boil yet. Not even all the sugar has melted. But this one is pretty good. Okay, medium heat, cook 8 to 10 minutes until shiny and thicken. Stir occasionally to break cranberries apart. Nice. Using a wooden spoon, stir until mostly smooth. I'm just eating some gross leftovers, y'all. Yes, I am making some cranberry jammy sorts of things for a cookie. This is honestly a pretty good jam. That was fast. I'm gonna taste a little bit and see if we need some orange zest in there. You don't want to use cinnamon. I think cinnamon is probably my favorite spice to go with apples, but otherwise I just like my applesauce plain, to be honest with you. Maybe a little bit of honey could be nice, but I don't know. Other folks have some ideas? Orange zest could be nice after it's done cooking, just stir it in. Yeah, not bad. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. So that is the brown sugar version. Stirring a little orange zest in. Nice. That texture is way better than I expected. That's pretty good. Now we are up to a boil on that. That's actually really good. Makes quite a bit of jam too. Let's see how much it makes. Nice. That yields about almost a half cup. are saying hi, Aaron.
Hello, people. This smells amazing.
I'm not eating Fred's food today, but we do store our food in similar containers because our house is filled with jet glass containers. Do you want to try a little jam?
Yes. Is it ready?
Mm-hmm. This is the one with the fake brown sugar.
So there's no sugar in here?
Yeah, it's erythritol and stevia.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, at first glance, I don't think I would be able to tell there's no
Sugar?
real sugar in that. Yeah. That tastes amazing, honestly. Really like that jam. I could absolutely see myself enjoying that on some turkey
Yeah,
pretty soon.
Yeah.
Not too long.
I know.
Is that why you're making this? Is this going to be a big Thanksgiving extravaganza?
It's a branded seasonal campaign that we're doing.
Is Thanksgiving like the biggest time of the year for food media people?
And Christmas, yeah.
Yeah, I remember last Thanksgiving, I think you were doing some huge thing and it took a ton of work.
I did a Thanksgiving budget eats. Eight minutes. I think that's the magic time. So I want the sauce to be glossy and runny like this because once it chills a little bit and cools down, it'll solidify into that jammy texture. Right now we want it slightly sloshy and soupy, but as soon as it hits that glossy stage, it's good.
It looks great.
Now I just smush. How's your chilies?
Great. I love how Trader Joe's actually just sells a snack that's pure chilies. It's awesome.
Not afraid to experiment, Trader Joe's. It's like a Thai chili snack from Trader Joe's that Aaron was eating. I saw this TikTok trend where you eat honey with an avocado. That sounds delicious. I mean, avocados and condensed milk is a Vietnamese treat, so I can imagine that it tastes delicious with any sweetener. It smells a little like Thanksgiving. It just smells like cranberries. I don't know. I never really grew up eating Thanksgiving food, you know, so I don't really have a lot of like food memories regarding Thanksgiving and what Thanksgiving really smells like. I know that it usually smells like herbs and turkey and cranberry, but Aaron would be the person who can verify. Nice. Nice smushy jam. Okay, I'm gonna taste a little bit of this too. So this is the granulated sugar one. And we'll see which one we like better. Really nice jammy cranberries. People are doing weird things with honey because it's TikTok. Like the whole point of TikTok is to do weird shit, so. Somebody recommended that I watch Best Leftovers Ever on Netflix, and I did. I watched an episode of it, and guys, I hated that show. I hated the whole tone of it, the whole framing of it. It's like the cheapest, worst kind of reality TV that there is. I don't mind the premise of the show, but as far as like wanting to participate, no, I don't really. So just the judges are so kitschy and cheeky, and it's like cringy. You know, it's that kind of cringe TV. That's honestly pretty good too. It does have more of an aftertaste though, so we might be going with the brown sugar. Yeah. Let's put in some orange zest. Give it a nice good mix. Just like no stupid time constraints and weird camera zooms and like unnecessarily dramatic music, you know, it's just we don't need that in our lives. We don't need it. Okay. I will let both of these chill out. And then we'll taste them again. Liqueur. Hey Aaron,
Yes, Dave.
are we twitching today?
Again, I gotta figure out the gaming thing, also figure out a game to do.
No more watching reacts?
I don't make more videos for this.
Okay. So we have brown sugar, granulated sugar. I think this one has more of a true cranberry taste, but with a stronger aftertaste from the stevia. And this one has a still cranberry taste, but slightly less fresh cranberry flavor, but also less aftertaste. So it's kind of like a, you know, choose your side effect evil. A part of me really wants to develop the rest of the cookie recipe right here, right now, but a part of me is also just like, June, stop working. It's Sunday. You should go to bed and watch as many TV shows as you want. So I think I'm gonna listen to that second voice and leave. But I'm gonna do some dishes, wrap up, and hopefully feel better tomorrow. I'm gonna save this orange zest just in case I need to retest again. Probably don't. If I bake cookies, I can watch them in, yeah, maybe I shouldn't bake the cookies because then I will eat them all. Besides, I still have so much leftovers in my fridge to eat, you know? I also have this pear that's going bad. I just went to rinse the sugar off of this dish, and when the granulated sugar hit the water, it felt like those silica packet gels. If you've ever opened one and you've exposed them to water, they like bloat up. Terrifying. I bet it's the chicory root fiber that's doing that. Oh, it's fake sugar. Aaron,
Yeah.
will you come help me do a final taste test? I just want to know which of these you prefer, because one of them is made with brown sugar and one of them is made with granulated, and
No fake sugar this time?
no, it's fake sugar,
Oh.
but they're fake granulated.
It's
And
fake brown sugar?
yes,
I've never seen this before. It actually says it has molasses though.
yes,
How does it have 0 calories if there's molasses in it?
it's probably just a minimal amount.
Hmm.
So I won't tell you which one's which, but use a different spoon for each one. This one's a little bit warmer on the right, so just blow on it.
Isn't this the first one we tried? You didn't move it to a container, right?
Can't tell you.
Okay. Hmm. I think this is the one with the brown sugar.
Is that the one you like more?
Yes.
You like that one more?
Mm-hmm.
That's granulated.
Okay. This just has a more gentler flavor.
Mm.
It's less tangy. You see it? You're picking that up?
Mhm.
I don't know if that has to do with the sugar or it's just cooked slightly differently.
Mm. I think this one tastes less fresh.
Can I try this?
Yes. It tastes more sugary. Like the brown sugar one tastes more sweet in a non-cranberry way. And this one tastes more cranberry sweetened.
I've never had fake brown sugar.
I guess we'll go with granulated then.
Hmm. Ooh, that's weird. Ooh, that's so weird. It like looks like it's gonna taste like brown sugar, than the initial hints are, like that molasses hint, and then it just becomes like this weird bullshit sweetness.
Bullshit sweetness?
It's a bullshit sweetness.
You tasted the brown sugar? That's
Yeah.
your reaction to the brown sugar.
It's a bullshit sweetness.
Bullshit sweetness.
Yeah.
Heard.
Stick to real brown sugar.
Okay. You heard the man. It's a bullshit sweetness. But honestly, we're not tasting these products straight out of the package. So cooked into things, Aaron said he couldn't tell the difference.
It's not as bad cooked into it. It's not weird.
I also think I pitched the right thing here because cranberries are already a little bit bitter and astringent, and so you just automatically assume that the cranberries will have this quality to them, so you can't really pick out the Truvia and the kind of stevia aftertaste as well, because it truly just already tastes kind of bitter. So my other recipe that I have to make with Truvia is Brussels sprouts, which also has a bitter taste profile to it, which I think will be great. There you have it. Half a pound of cranberries will get you approximately 10 ounces of jam. Beautiful. Cranberries are truly beautiful. I love. Well, we had to pitch all holiday seasonal recipes, and I was tasked with a dessert, so that's these cookies, and a side. So I picked candied Brussels sprouts because I just feel like you already don't use that much sugar in vegetable side dishes anyway, and so it won't be as distracting of an aftertaste to have it in something like Brussels sprouts. So I think it was a wise decision, unintended, to choose something that already has that kind of like bitterness to it. So. Thanks for your taste test. Maybe I will use the brown sugar in the cookie itself. Okay, folks, thanks so much for tuning in today. I will take you to say bye to Fred. And I hope you guys take care until we meet again. Ready? Ready? I know it's your favorite time. Hi, Freddie. The people, they wanted to see you.